Within just 5 years of his arrival in October 2015, Klopp transformed the Reds into champions of England, Europe, and the entire world. The charismatic German didn't just break records, he shattered them. Remember that 30-year longing for a league title? Klopp wiped it out in the summer of 2020, leaving fans dancing in the streets. His team clinched the Premier League crown with 7 games to spare. The UEFA Super Cup, a first-ever FIFA Club World Cup, and in 2021-22, a domestic double of FA Cup and League Cup, have also been added to the trophy cabinet by a Liverpool squad that has perfectly adapted to the vision of one of the most forward-thinking coaches in the game. How did he do that? Let's find out. When Jurgen Klopp landed at Liverpool, he didn't just focus on the pitch. He quickly learned the names of all 80 service staff. He personally introduced each one to the players. For Klopp, whether you were a world-class football star or a regular cook or masseur, you were an essential part of the Reds' success story. Forget the big egos. Klopp wanted players and staff willing to give it their all for the team. Those ready for the hard work, the grind, became part of his grand project to make Liverpool the best team in the world. When Jurgen Klopp walked into Anfield on his first day as a Liverpool manager in October 2015, he had one key message: we must turn from doubters to believers. From day one, he instilled in the player group a belief that they could become the best, and ever since they have worked to achieve this goal. Liverpool was then in 10th place in the Premier League. Less than 5 years later, they have returned to win the Champions League and the Premier League, and are by many considered the best football team in the world. First, if we talk about signings, his vision was crystal clear, but to assemble the perfect team, he needed insiders in the transfer market. Enter Sadio Mane, the game-changer signed in Klopp's first summer. This move set the stage for Liverpool's champion rise, marking a pivotal shift. Klopp openly admits not signing Mane during his time at Borussia Dortmund was one of his biggest mistakes. Fast forward to Liverpool, where the once inconsistent Southampton player became a star. Liverpool, always mindful of inflated prices, insisted on a £30 million fee, but Southampton rightly claimed it was £34 million. Then there's Mohamed Salah, arriving for the same price from Roma. Liverpool scouts tracked him since his Basel days, but success was far from guaranteed, especially considering his previous struggles at Chelsea. Enter Jorginho Wijnaldum, showing sparks at Newcastle, and Andy Robertson, a gem despite Hull's relegation. In 2018, Liverpool had the market to themselves for Fabinho, a strategic move under Edwards. Now the exceptions. Virgil van Dijk, a £75 million game-changer in January 2018, and Alisson, a £65 million capture 6 months later. These transformative signings rectified long-standing flaws, elevating the entire team. The normal one took over after Brendan Rodgers endured a horror start to the 2015-16 campaign. It would prove too much to overcome for league play, and the Reds finished 8th in the Premier League. Every other competition, though ultimately ending in heartbreak, saw Liverpool make incredible runs. Several nail-biting penalty shootouts brought Liverpool to the League Cup final. There they faced a talented Manchester City side that brought an end to the PK's luck. In Europe, facing his former team, Klopp secured an emotional and improbable come-from-behind victory against Borussia Dortmund. It took them to the Europa League final, where Sevilla's almost supernatural capability to win the competition outdid the English giants. How did the German do this with the same squad that the Northern Irishman was incapable of achieving? Much of it is thanks to a style of coaching called Gegenpressing. The style of play was created by the Central European nation, and managers who find a job abroad have been known to use its benefits when they sign for a new team. Gegenpressing focuses on high pressing and retention of the ball. Whenever the team is dispossessed, all parties move to pressure the controller of the ball and regain control of the match's tempo. While it is not a wholly unique strategy in European football, the way the German utilizes it is. Portuguese and Spanish coaches cue Pep Guardiola and Jose Mourinho are known for being the most expressive in Europe. German game managers are a lot more stoic for their part. That cannot be said about Liverpool's maestro. On and off the ball, Klopp is an emotional leader who voices his strategies all game long. Should Liverpool lose possession, his animated reaction plays a factor in their aggression to get it back. Klopp's backline for the final against Sevilla should stand out as a sign of his ability to make do with what he has. Nathaniel Klein, Dejan Lovren, Kolo Toure and Alberto Moreno were talented in their own right, but the four defensemen who took the pitch years later in Liverpool's first UCL final were far superior. Speaking of the Champions League, the Reds have made the final 3 times since Klopp arrived. From 2017 to 18 onward, that is more than any other team. It had been over 10 years since AC Milan had enacted their revenge on Liverpool following the Istanbul Miracle. However, Champions League glory is only the half of it. The normal one ended title droughts in the English top flight, as well as various domestic cups. Perhaps most importantly, after the bitter 2005 defeat, Anfield welcomed the Club World Cup trophy for the first time in club history in 2019. Kloppo's style of coaching allows for more than just team unity and improving otherwise average players. By demanding the best of his players, he has helped train several stars to reach their full potential. These footballers have benefited the club as they establish themselves among the sport's best. Notable examples include Mohamed Salah and Virgil van Dijk, who, without the German maestro, would have had a longer road to their legendary careers. While certainly measurable by statistics, does not happen by sheer chance. Salah and Van Dijk are past their prime but still mark their presence on the pitch against most opponents. Klopp's style of leadership enables superstars to perform their role for as long as their abilities let them. Incredibly, with only a few exceptions, the world-class footballers that Klopp has coached fit seamlessly into the places designed for the team requires. Liverpool have only failed to make a cup final in one of Klopp's years in charge. Meanwhile, they have won 7 different competitions and Mo Salah 3 scoring titles in the Premier League. Klopp himself boasts a handful of accolades, and it is no wonder why. He turned a struggling team he inherited into a great team, and years later developed them into the best club in the world. And after all these years, Liverpool are currently on top of the table. Can Klopp claim his 2nd league title with Liverpool? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe for more exciting content. For a deeper dive into football discussions and exclusive content, join our Discord community. Find the link in the video description and bio. Thanks for tuning in, and see you in the next one.